It's showtime.
Okay guys, we are back. Welcome here to the STPL. We're going to be heading in to our ace match here. I can now officially announce that the players are going to be Zoz for ReV and Headmaster for, of course, for Katrina for pSi. It is going to be a rematch. They did play once today already. Headmaster did get the better of that engagement, winning over his opponent on Katrina SE. But just to quickly show off their stats, we've already seen them today, kind of. The only difference is, of course, Zoz gets an extra loss. Headmaster gets an extra win. That puts Headmaster up for 4-1 against PvP, and Zoz will be 3-3 now. So Zoz playing more PvPs. They're going to be heading here into Coliseum 2, one of my favourite maps in the map pool this time. I mean, obviously, I would put maps in that I enjoy. It's just how I roll. But it should be a really cool game here in set number 5. It's the ace match, and Lucky Noob, that is indeed a Scottish flag behind Rapid. You should see his Scottish flag trousers; they are incredible. But regardless, let's get into the ace match. It's game number 5 here between ReV's Zoz and pSi's Headmaster. And starting off here in the top left-hand position, in the yellow, fighting for pSi, it's Headmaster.
Alright, and his opponent from game number 1, all the way back here in the ace match. In the green, playing for ReV, is Zoz, our other Protoss player. So it's kind of cool, because we don't actually get a chance to see rematches that often.
Yeah. The one that I can remember that was quite, not controversial as such, but one was a really, really cool rematch was Lumar versus Threes. That was VT versus FPW. I think that's one of the only rematches we've seen in the ace match, so kind of cool to see it again. Interested why ReV wouldn't send out Avilov in their ace match. Maybe he wasn't available at the time the game was played or something, but Avi, obviously one of the strongest members on their team, Medinho as well, being weirdly absent from their roster this week. The camper, another one of their really strong Terrans, was subbed out, so I guess he wasn't available on the day. But looks like we could see mirror builds again, at least to start off with. But Zoz is being a little bit cheeky with his first pylon. I don't know if he's planning to hide a gateway up here just to maybe fake some kind of proxy, but it depends on if Headmaster's going to check this.
Yeah, so always, if your opponent is just like really interested in what your favorite color is, you know, maybe your dog's name, where you're from, I scout every dark place around my base. Like, if there is a hex where you can put a cannon, or if my opponent is Protoss, I'm just like, I know what's going on here. So yeah, obviously we don't see forges for either player, so it's not like they're going to be cannon rushing each other. Like, I think we did actually get a chance to watch one game where a Protoss PvP cannon rushed, but like, you have to be a very special kind of player to do that. You also have to be one that loses a lot. So thankfully, this is not super cheesy. This is actually just another mirrored start, and this is going to be what 90% of your PvPs look like anyway.
Yeah. I mean, the one of the cannon rush games, obviously, Grass vs Castle on Shin Pizza Big Dude, but I don't actually think he managed to build any cannons. And the thing is, neither player really has any pylons to the opponent either, but we are going to have core coming in for both players. I mean, Zoz building out of the way is going to be a little bit further away from his own choke, which could come into it, but he's even hiding his Zealot here on the high ground. He really wants to make Headmaster think that he's going for some kind of crazy proxy. But is Headmaster going to check up the ramp? Because if he doesn't see a pylon in the main, surely he's just going to go and check the natural. And if he does, that's going to give away where this gateway is.
Yeah, wow.
This...
It sure is. Well, we'll see.
Oh, the Zealots actually come in to deal with this. He didn't want to lose any of his gas probes. And here we go. It looks like the gateway and the core have been scouted by Headmaster there. Just to quickly let Lucky Noob know, I know English isn't his native language. Headmaster is actually an English word for like the person at the head of a school, like the principal is like the American way of saying it. So I'm guessing that's where Headmaster got his name from, rather than he is the master of head, which would be a little bit more crude.
Kix, you do it to yourself, man. You do it to yourself. Kix was, you know, as they say, like, if you're rich, that you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Kix was born with a shovel in his hand. He just likes to, like, just really dig. All right, well,
yeah.
You know, actually, did you ever watch? There's an American cartoon show called Recess. Did you ever watch that, Kix?
Yeah, I watched it. It wasn't that long, and it was always repeated, but I watched it. It was really good.
Kix was born to be a digger. That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm good at digging holes. But yeah, we've got Robo coming in for both players almost exactly the same time again, but Zaz has somehow got a 2 supply lead. I don't know if his Zealot went down and I completely missed it. I think it did, didn't it? That'll be what it is. But still, kind of crazy how we're kind of seeing an exact similar situation to what we saw before.
Yeah, we actually are. Obviously, it's rare that we get a chance to see players play each other again, but I think it's even rarer to see them play each other again and go for the same exact builds. But if you actually just count some Dragoons with me, Kix, this is 3+1 Zealot versus 2.
Yeah, and I mean the Nexus isn't going to help him here. This could be a little bit anticlimactic, but we could have a very quick end.
This is gonna do it. Obviously, there's gonna be a home field advantage here, so the 3rd Dragoon's gonna pop out. But this is gonna be a yikes for me, my man.
Yeah, looks like even though ReV didn't send out Care Bear, looks like Zaz had Headmaster's number this time, remembered that he went for a quicker expansion last time, taking advantage of that this time here on Colosseum, doing a lot of damage to that probe line. The Zealot, unfortunately, unable to actually attack any of the probes. I think it looked like he killed his own Dragoon there, but there's still so much damage coming down. I mean, the one thing for Headmaster is Zaz isn't reinforcing this.
Why do you walk into the mineral line? Like, oh my gosh, yeah. Mineral lines are, like, actually death to, like, most units.
Especially for Dragoons as well.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Dragoons and Zealots, man, the things that mineral lines kill the most. So, you know, Nexuses make up for a lot of problems, Kix. The bigger problem, rather, is that, all of that shenaniganery is going to make everything that Headmaster does just a lot further behind, besides just having a Nexus. So,
yeah,
if the 3 Dragoons at a time aren't enough to kill him, then the Reaver coming out probably will be. If in fact that is the tech that Zaz goes for.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone for Observer now. Kind of surprising he went into that Observatory, given the fact he saw everything in the main. But Observatory for both players. Support Bay coming in first for Headmaster. I mean, this is a very small choke. Maybe if he has a miracle hold with Reavers or does an insane amount of damage, he can make something happen. But he's going to be up against an insurmountable number of Dragoons here. And it's just going to be absolutely insane.
I'm waiting. Something's gonna happen that either equalizes this game or just like sends it the direction we expect. There's actually a defensive Reaver coming through from Headmaster. Although, if his opponent was going for a Reaver, and obviously their observers can kind of check that out. If Zaz was going for a Reaver right now with the shuttle, I mean, I'm pretty sure that would just kill everything. But you know, who am I? So we're gonna see the game continue, but obviously, Zaz is still on only 1 base, so he did get a lot of damage done, but he's behind a Nexus. And Nexi are honestly just so difficult to get in PvP because it's such a polarizing moment. And so even though
Yeah.
it is up, it's time for round 2, and this time Zaz has a lot more.
Yeah, we don't even have the first ReV out now. It's finally just come out. It's going to be a while before we get the Scarabs coming in. I mean, it's 3 Dragoons against 11. And I mean, we had 2 versus 3 before, and that was a little bit one-sided. This is a lot one-sided. The only way this could possibly work for Headmaster is if somehow Headmaster's Reaver and Zoz's Dragoons decide to hug each other, and the Scarab hits every single Dragoon at once in one massive clump. This is going to be near impossible to hold. He's going to do the best he can. A good first Scarab going down, but not killing anything. The Reaver goes down immediately, and with that, Headmaster is going to have to take out a tap out. GG! And unfortunately for pSi, this is going to be their 6th loss in a row, and ReV managed to pull it out there in the ace match.
Yeah, but like this is the story of this, right? They're not. It's not that they can never win a game. It's that winning the series in the end is really rough. Like they can get all the way to the ace match, but I don't know. And in some ways, this was their best series of the entire STPL round 3. So they did keep improving, but ultimately, yeah, still a loss. And I think a lot of people questioning why they didn't put Avilov in for the ace match. It's because they didn't need to. The confidence that Zaz would be able to, make the comeback happen. And he did. He got revenge on Headmaster, so that's kind of a cool story.
Yeah, it's a feel-good moment for him, a feel-good moment for ReV as well. They take their 2nd series win in the STPL round 3, as you can see from the results. The Headmaster winning game 1, Kerber bringing it back to 1-1, CRVT taking it 2-1, Marine putting it back in a very weird game on Plasma, and then Zaz clearing it out in the ace match to give ReV the ultimate victory. Now, there is another series coming up today. It's going to be Naz versus Bull. I'm not sure if Rapid wants to head off to sleep, because, I mean, it is incredibly late there now, right?
Yeah, I'm down to stick around for it. It's about 7 a.m. over here, but yeah, why would I want to?
Okay. Well, I don't want you falling asleep, because that'd be kind of awkward. As long as you feel good, yeah. Okay, regardless, we're going to be back in just a few minutes with series number 2. It's going to be Naz versus Bull. See you guys very soon.